Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for July 3rd. We're going to take a look at the U.S. Japanese yen today. It went higher after the news of unemployment news for the U.S. came out generally as expected. It was a hair lower than expected, but I think it was a lot better than what the street expected overall, and that's why we saw a surge in the U.S. against all four major pairs today. We're going to be looking for tomorrow's range, or to this session, the new session's range between 107.22 and on the low side 105.42. And I'm looking for resistance at about the 107.22 level at this point, where we have our mark here, our black mark. If the market continues higher, I think we'll hit some resistance at that point. So let's move forward, take a look at the euro. The euro dropped over 200 points today, just a free fall after the news was released. This is definitely a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of deal. After yesterday's run up, and then it dropped down. We're looking for the range for this next session to be between 59.50, which is kind of on the high side, but on the low side we're looking at 156.45. If the market does continue lower, to move lower, which I believe it will, we're going to see some support come into the market at 1.5565 is where I'm looking for it to come into the market. So that would be about this point here. And this will occur over the next few days. Now the U.S. session, or the U.S. will be closed tomorrow due to the 4th of July, and they'll be lower than normal volume. So we may not see that at the close of this week, but through next week we should see some movement. Now moving on to the Swiss. The Swiss shot up on the news. The U.S. gained against the Swiss. We're looking for the highs to be around 1.0316 and the lows to be around 1.0073, and that should be the range going into this next session. Although this next session, like I said, is going to be light volume, so it'll probably be a rather small range for tomorrow. I am looking for resistance, assuming that we continue higher, to come into the market at about this level, the 1.034 level. But we'll just have to see how this plays out over the next week. Now, taking a look at the pound, we have this pair closed down, of course, today. It's moving sideways for the most part. The bias is definitely to the downside. If we move much further lower, of course, we'll be heading lower if we get a break below this low. Now, we're looking for this pair to be in a range between 1.9756 and 1.9978 for tomorrow. If we do go ahead and push lower past yesterday's or this past session's low, I'm looking for some support to come into the market at this point. So we do have a few news announcements tomorrow. The Japanese yen has the leading index for May being released, and the Canadians have their purchasing managers index being released. So and that's going to be at 10 o'clock, I believe, Eastern Standard tomorrow, and 1 for the Japanese yen. So these are some things to take a look at. If you have a counter trend system that you can trade on the hour time frame between now and the close tomorrow, be a great time to do it. Due to the lower volume, we should just get some ranging markets, and go ahead and take a look at the Euro USD, and as it ranges back and forth, it's a really good opportunity to make some money. So until tomorrow, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.